Hello everyone, welcome to my chemistry channel BL Das Short and Sweet in Chemistry. It is short revision of electrochemistry and that is class 12 and part 17a. In part 17a, we will see the batteries and their functions. So, in 17a, what we will see? Batteries and their function. Batteries, in general life, we are using two type of battery. One is long continued one and another is temporary one. So, batteries, it is a combination of two cell or more than that in a series, or it may also behave as one cell also. It is the source of electrical energy. Here, electrical energy is produced, and now this is chemical energy. Example, galvanic cell, where chemical energy is converted to electrical energy. Characteristics of useful battery. What are the main property? What are the main characteristics of the battery? Batteries should be light and compact and used in portable electric generator where it can be portable. Then only, and also should be light and compact. The voltage should not be very in use. That voltage should be remain constant. That means if it is producing 1.5 voltage, then wherever you are using this one, the voltage should be 1.5, not more than 1.5 or less than 1.5. And this is called not be very in use. It should be long lasting when it is not used. It should be long lasting when it is not used. Not used also, if you put here, it should be a long lasting. Then what are the type of batteries? One is primary and second is secondary. Then what is mean by primary? What is mean by secondary? Primary battery, that means the reaction only occurs only once time it will occur, and after use of over period of time battery becomes dead. That means suppose its use minimum time is there, after over that period it is useless. It is called dead battery. It cannot be reused again. That means once it is dead, once period is over, time is over, then cannot be used again and again. The common example is dry cell, which is very famous in our common daily life. The common example is dry cell. What is dry cell? It is also known as Lacken's cell, used in transistor and clocks. That means here what should be used? According to scientists' name, the primary battery, that is dry cell, is there, and here you should use one is cathode and second is zinc. So here the carbon rod is cathode, where the copper, like copper, that is zinc copper, that is called anode, and here the cathode is dipped in that one, and that what is there? MnO2. MnO2 means manganese dioxide, and carbon black and ammonium chloride paste. A common dry cell consists of graphite. Graphite means carbon allotropy as cathode in a zinc container, zinc copper zinc container, which acts as anode. That means a common dry cell consists of graphite as cathode, there is carbon, there is allotropy of carbon, and zinc container that acts as anode. So you know what is anode, what is cathode here? It has a zinc container, act as anode. So you should keep the zinc container, that is anode. Cathode is carbon rod surrounded by manganese powder, which color is black, and carbon. So you will take zinc container and acts as anode. and cathode is carbon graphite surrounded by manganese powder. What is manganese powder? Manganese dioxide. The color what? Black. And carbon. Carbon also will take. And the space between an electrode is filled by a moist paste. Moist paste means here you should add water, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. Are you clear? What you will take here? First cathode, that is carbon, and surrounded by manganese powder and carbon, that total is called, that is cathode, and zinc container which takes anode, and the space, that where the space is there, and that contains a moist of ammonium chloride. What is the formula? This is ammonium chloride, and you take a paste one, big moist paste. And zinc chloride, not only ammonium chloride, also you will take zinc chloride. Are you clear? Again see, it is a zinc container, act as anode, and cathode is carbon, that is graphite rod, and surrounded by manganese powder. Color is black, manganese dioxide, and carbon, and the space between this electrode and here filled with moist of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. What is the formula of ammonium chloride? Ammonium NH4Cl and zinc chloride ZnCl2. The cell reaction, then come to reaction. Now, what is that cell? It is clear. Then we will see reaction. At anode, zinc, it gives zinc Zn plus 2 electron at cathode. MnO2 plus NH4 plus E minus. E means electron. When it lose electron, it gives Zn plus 2. When it gain electron, it gives MnO, that is OH. MnOH. And NH3. NH3, you can see after using ammonia smell coming from that cell. And the cathode, what is the cathode here? Manganese is reduced from +4 to +3. Means here manganese is reduced from +4 to +3. And here you see this is +4 and here it is +3. And ammonia forms complex with Zn plus 2 and gives, this is the cation, and here the smell that it gives like ammonia smell. So ammonia, what is formed? It forms a complex with Zn plus 2. So it gives Zn NH3 whole per plus 2. The cell potential, so remember Zn plus 2 which is produced, and ammonia which is produced at cathode, and Zn plus 2 which is produced at anode, both will give a forms a complex compound with Zn plus 2 and Zn NH3 whole per plus 2. So here cell potential, one I told now, the cell potential, what is there, that always remain as it is, not in decrease or increase. Mercury cell, this is called dry cell. Clear now? Dry cell what? It is related with manganese and zinc. Manganese is reduced from +4 to +3. Ammonia forms complex with Zn plus 2 and gives Zn NH3 whole 4 plus 2. Mercury cell what? Mercury cell, it is also called button cell. I hope you have seen that button cell near about some watch and weighing machine and some computer also called button cell. They look like a button. Now here what happened? It looks like a button. They are primary cell. They are very small size. Using electronic device, hearing aids, electronic watches. Wherever electronic word you use for device, that means here this battery can be used. So electronic watches also, I hope you have seen when using an electronic device. Hearing aids also nowadays, this is very important to everybody. And here zinc and mercury amalgam, as what is mean amalgam? It is an alloy. Alloy means two metal combined in molten state. So here zinc and mercury, which is act as amalgam, mixed totally, and it acts as a anode. So what is here anode? Anode means here zinc and mercury. And then come to paste of mercuric oxide and carbon as cathode. Remember, every cell when you read, you should remember what is cathode and what is anode. The cell reactions are anode, then come to reaction. Anode means what happened anode? Anode, remember here, that is zinc and mercury amalgam, that is anode. So zinc oblique Hg, zinc bracket Hg also put, plus 2H minus, it gives zinc oxide. Here losing electron. Here losing electron means oxidation takes place. Oxidation takes place and mean solid what you are getting zinc oxide and water also. Then what is important here? Which product is very important? So cathode is mercuric oxide plus water plus 2 electron. Plus 2 electron means gain 2 electron, accepting electron and receive electron. And here what happened? Reduction takes place. So at cathode, here reduction takes place. Reduction takes place, what happened? HgO changes to mercury liquid. Mercury always in the form of liquid. And here water changes to 2OH minus. Then what is overall reaction? This is the cathode and zinc, that one gives zinc oxide, that is the anode. Now see zinc bracket Hg means zinc amalgam. This is amalgam. And here HgO solid, it gives zinc oxide and mercury liquid. Mercury always in the form of liquid, it never act as a solid one. The cell potential, remember, always very important. Cell potential 1.35, always it will remain when the mercury cell is continuing in a electronic device, always it gives 1.35 voltage. When the voltage is decreasing, that means the cell becomes dead and that is not useful again. So you will throw it and remain constant during its life. Second battery. Now in primary battery, only two examples you have seen. One is dry cell, other is button cell, that is mercury cell. Secondary battery, a secondary cell after use can be recharged. After using, it can be recharged. So once it is finished, that means you will not throw. Again you will make recharge, then it will function again. Can be recharged. The secondary cell, secondary battery can be recharged by passing current through it. Remember, in the opposite direction. That can be recharged by passing current through the opposite direction. So it can be used again and again. So a secondary cell can undergo a large number of charging and discharging cycle because it conducts electricity is passed and it is recharged. That is why a secondary cell undergoes a large number of charging and discharging cycle so that it can be recharged by passing current. They are known as storage cell or accumulators. So here what happened? There are large number of charging and discharging cycles. They are called accumulator or storage cell because electrical energy can be stored in them. Electrical energy stored, and that is why you can use for long time. That is example, lead storage battery or cell, nickel cadmium storage cell. What can be used as a storage cell? That means it is a secondary one. And why? Because it undergoes a large number of charging and discharging cycles. So what are the examples of primary cell and what are the examples of secondary cell or secondary battery? Lead storage and nickel cadmium storage cell. What is lead storage battery? You remember in vehicles, lead storage batteries are there in means here in different type of vehicles. one can use lead storage battery to make recharge the vehicle. Used in automobile and inverter. Inverter, that I mean at home it is used for charging that inverter. Here lead storage battery can be used. Anode consists of a number of plates joined in parallel. So what happened? Anode consists of number of plates of lead joined in parallel. Each plate is made of lead filled with finely divided spongy lead. That means here lead storage battery mean using in automobile and inverter. Anode consists of number of that is lead plates joined in parallel. Each plate is a grid lead filled with finely divided spongy lead. That means lead inside it what you fill finely divided spongy lead. Cathode, what is cathode? Cathode consists of equal number of plates in parallel. So equal number of plates, here each plate is a grid of lead packed with lead dioxide. See here, what is that anode? Where anode is here filling spongy lead in plate. What is cathode? Here plate is a grid of lead packed with lead dioxide. When a PbO2 is filled in the plate. These plates are arranged alternately. That means one anode, next cathode, next anode, like this alternatively you are arranging. See here, this is one lead and another is lead of dioxide. These are two plates. One is simply lead where spongy lead is filled, and next one that is lead dioxide is filled. And then here where the dilute sulfuric acid is there, you should add dilute sulfuric acid because it will use as electrolyte. Without electrolyte, current is not produced. The 38% of sulfuric acid used as electrolyte. So remember, what are the cell reaction then? Anode, what happened? Cathode, what happened? And here, anode, that is only lead which is filled spongy lead. That means only Pb. Pb plus sulfate ion that is coming from sulfuric acid. And what is the reaction here? Electron produce. Electron produce, that means losing, that means here it is oxidation. Here it is oxidation because loss of electron, here it is oxidation takes place. And next cathode, what happened? Cathode, that is the lead oxide is there. Lead which is filled with lead oxide, and sulfate ion we are getting from sulfuric acid, also H plus ion. So here you will get PbSO4 and plus water. That means here electron that is used. Electron used, electron gain or electron accepted. So it is called this is oxidation and this is reduction. So what happened you see here, in overall reaction Pb plus PbO2 lead dioxide and plus sulfuric acid. Three things are required in a lead storage battery. So lead solid PbO2 plus sulfuric acid aqueous, not concentrate, and it gives PbSO4 and water. That means here that current is produced. Recharging. If it is finished, it is used, then what to do? You will do recharging of the battery. Then here density of sulfuric acid below 1.2 gram cm3. That means here density should be less, that is less than 1.2 gram cm3. The cell fails to generate electric current, it needs charging. So when the density of sulfuric acid density is less, then cell fails to generate electric current, it needs charging. Now it acts as electrolytic cell. Now you will take that lead storage battery as electrolytic cell. Electric energy supplied from air. See here, it acts as electrolytic cell. Electric energy supplied from air, external source. So here outer side you will supply electrical energy. Then overall reaction, this one, recharging this one, and electric energy supplied from a external source you will supply. Electron reactions are reversed to discharging reaction. Here, what you will see, the electron reaction, one is anode, another is cathode, they are reversed to discharging reaction. Remember, thus opposite. The reactions PbSO4 and plus 2 electron, that is gaining electron, it changes to less solid, SO4 minus 2 aqua. And after that, the PbSO4 solid with there and plus water, then what happened? PbO2, SO4 minus 2 aqua, 4s plus 2 electron. Now see, here gain electron. Gain means here it is reduction, and here it is oxidation because electron loss. Oxidation. So what happened here? That means the reaction of two types here. One solid receive electron, accept electron, changes to PbSO4 minus 2. Now here what happened in charging reaction? In charging, then here again it is helpful, that is Pb and PbO2. So what is produced? Pbs produced and PbO2 S produced. These two are very important for the again proceeding the reaction. So overall reaction here, PbSO4 and S2. This is what reaction? Recharging. Remember, only by the help of PbSO4 and water, all the reactions are completed. And here PbS, PbO2, 4H plus 2SO4 minus 2 aqua. Recharging possible as PbO4 is solid. Pb solid and sticks to the electron, so give electrons during recharging. So what happened? That means here recharging only possible as PbSO4, not PbO4, sorry, it is PbSO4. PbSO4 is solid and stick to the electron, so give electrons during recharging. So PbSO4 is important. If PbSO4 cannot be produced, then the recharging not possible also. So anyhow, this is very helpful in recharging of the battery, lead storage battery, and here nickel cadmium cell, one type of secondary cell, no longer life than lead storage cell. But lead storage is very long use battery cell, but whereas this nickel cadmium is less, it is more expensive to manufacture. Nickel cadmium battery is very costly, very expensive, but where necessary one should use. And CD, that is solid. Nickel hydroxide, NiOH3, it gives CDO solid, NiOH2 solid, and water. This is the main reaction by combination of anode and cathode reaction, the CDS NiOH3, because it is known as nickel cadmium cell. Cadmium is a solid form and nickel is that is solution form, and it gives CDOS. NiOH whole 2. See here, it is that positive 2 and plus 2, and when nickel hydroxide in the reactant side, that is for plus 3. And now here primary shell completer and secondary shell, these two only completer. We will see in 17b other reactions. I hope it is clear to you and try to understand, because it is a complicated basing on physics, so you may feel difficulty, but anyhow you will clear this one, try to understand this one. And myself BL Das, ex-PGT Chemistry, Kendra Vidyalaya Sangathan. I hope and you will subscribe my channel BL Das, Short and Sweet in Chemistry. And thanks to all for watching my video. Thanks again to all.